This is Sean Thompson from thepress.net. Joining us today is Dave Wall, who is the coordinator of community and contract education at Medanos College. Good afternoon, Dave.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Great, thank you. Appreciate your inviting me to the interview.
Thank you for joining us today. First question, how long has LMC offered these new lifelong adult learning courses?
You know, Sean, it started in about 2019, actually requested by some of the residents at the Trilogy subdivision in Brentwood, an organization called Teach, very interested in students and education and mentoring. They really have been a tremendous support for the college for many years. And they were interested in us putting together some lectures based on politics and history, modern culture. It was a whole series that some of our faculty put together, went over really, really well. So we made the decision to make it a permanent offering of the college and create a community education program, which we had not had before. And community education differs from the rest of the work at the college in that it's fee-based, not for credit. So that was how it started. Obviously, it took us back a little bit with the COVID. Not everybody was interested in that kind of experience online on Zoom, although we did a little bit. But since then, it's picked back up in the last year and a half to pretty good offering of some different topics.
Thank you. So what can adults expect to learn from these courses? And do they count for any form of degree or certification?
So the variety of, culture, travel, politics, history, food, wine, just about anything under the sun that a person would find interesting and enlightening, challenging. The history of the community has been a really good product for us. And no, there are no certificates, there's no degrees. It is not an academic endeavor. It just really is lifelong learning for the joy of learning without, it's actually one of the reasons that our faculty enjoy providing the adult lectures a little bit more than even some of their regular work, in that there aren't papers to read and tests to score. And it really is kind of depends on what somebody would come to us with that wanted to provide a lecture. And it's not just faculty, members of the community, people that perhaps have written books, they're experts in the field, they have something that they want to share with the public. It's very reasonably priced. It really is just kind of almost a cost recovery for the college, because again, it's a not-for-profit sort of a program.
Thank you. And lastly, how long will courses like these be taught at LMC? And could we be seeing more of these courses taught in the future?
Well, we hope to just grow it and grow it and grow it. Again, it's grown just in this last year. We have a whole series of offerings from a local author about the history of the different towns in East Contra Costa County. Those classes always have 20 or 30 people in them. And the more we can get the word out, again, I appreciate you're doing this article and letting people know that it's here and available, the more lecturers will come out of the woodwork and make an application. Folks can actually go on to the Los Medanos College website, search for community education, find the adult lecture link, and at the bottom there's a link to a proposal that a person can tell us who they are, what they're interested in lecturing on, what their availability is. And we've had people from outside our college community already conduct some very successful lectures. So, and lastly, just from the standpoint of plugs, when you go to that homepage at the college for community education, down at the bottom, there's a link to receive our weekly newsletter. So you can really find out what classes are coming and sort of stay on top, because it's not a fixed catalog in the spring. In January, when the college course schedule comes out for the semester, we'll have ours ready in community education, but it tends to grow. So it's a good idea to click on that link and take a look at the newsletter and make sure you're staying up with what's being offered.
Thank you very much for your time today, Mr. Wall.
Well, thank you, Sean. I really appreciate you supporting the college. The press.net and the Brentwood Press have always been strong supporters of the college. We really appreciate everything that you can do for us to spread the word.
Thank you very much, Dave. This is Sean Thompson for the press.net.